Today we are going to demonstrate how to change the material in a 3D Systems ProJet 6000. First, you want to verify you're logged into the system. You can do this by looking at the Log Out icon, and you want to verify that the lock is open. Once you verify you're logged in, you're going to select Advanced, Elevator Leveler, then you're going to select Drain Print Tray. You'll notice that you hear the motors kick on. This is what's draining the material from the print tray. You will also notice that the numbers on the Omron sensor increase to reach 32. They go to an out-of-range state. Displays numbers for a few seconds and then goes back to an out-of-range state. You will also notice that the material is decreasing in the print tray. At this point in time, you can walk away from the system. The system will automatically drain the print tray, and it's not necessary to observe this process. The process is complete when the print tray is empty, when the drain print tray icon is no longer circling, and when you hear the pump shut off in the material cart. Now we're going to remove the print tray applicator. What you want to do is start by loosening the thumb screw. Hold on to the thumb screws and pull the blade straight back towards you. Take the blade off, and we're going to put it on its mount on the print tray lid. And then I like to just use the thumb screws to tighten it down. Next, we're going to take the elevator arms off and position this whole assembly into the print tray. I always like to pull my print tray applicator blade all the way forward to make sure it doesn't get in the way. You'll need a 5mm Allen to loosen in your locking bolt. You do not have to remove this completely, but I like to. The elevator arms are sitting on locating pins. I'm going to lift it straight up and pull forward so that it is no longer sitting on the mount, and then slowly lower it into the print tray. Now what I like to do is I like to shut down the printer. So to shut down the printer, you select Advanced, Printer, Shut Down Printer. And it does take a few minutes for the printer to shut down. Once the printer is shut down, you just flip the switch on the back of the machine. Once the printer is shut off, we want to disconnect the cart, the material cart. Push the lock lever down. Disconnect the big cable. Want to roll the cart out. I pull by the handle. Pull the cart out a little bit. Okay? So now I'm going to put some gloves on, disconnect this connector, and put it on its dummy port on the cart. Always wear gloves here because this quick release does leak a little bit. Quick release, you push the button, pull back, have your paper towel in hand in case you have any material drops. take the quick release and put it on its dummy home port down here on the material cart. That's it. Next, we're going to slide the print tray out. Empty, so it should be pretty light. Take the handle, pull. It's going to slide down because it's on an angle, so just slide slowly. I like to push this blade to the back. Grab the handle on the back, slide it out, put it on your tabletop, put your lid on, that's it. You've removed the material. Okay, so now we're going to install a ProJet 6000 material. First of all, you want to make sure your machine's shut off. So our machine's in an off state because we've just removed the material. First thing I like to do is put the card in. Line your card up slowly. Back it into the machine. Put the handle down. Okay. I like to push this back kind of close to the machine. And I'm going to put the print tray in. You need to take your lid off. Use the two handles on the print tray. Go on the lower mount, push the print tray back, and it goes up the hill. The top tabs go on the top. I always forget this part. When you're about halfway through, you need to make sure that your blade is all the way forward, or it doesn't clear your elevator arm. Make sure that's forward before you lock the front tab. Push it all the way back. It'll put your material sensor down. And like I said, make sure it's pushed all the way back. We're going to disconnect the material tubing from the material cart. We're going to reattach this to the print tray. When you hear it snap in place, you're good. Okay? Push your cart in. Look at your connector. It only fits one way. Line it up. Push it straight down. Flip the lock up. Okay. Next, we're going to want to put the print tray applicator on. I'm going to remove it from its home in the top of the lid. I like to push this a little forward to give me a little room. These are our aligning pins for the aligning holes. Tighten the thumb screws. They only need to be finger tight. Make sure the whole assembly is all the way forward when you finish. Now I'm going to grab the elevator arm assembly, and I'm going to rehook it on its locating pins. Always push down and back to make sure it's properly seated. Your platform should be level when it's properly seated. Now we're going to want to turn your ProJet 6000 printer back on. Once your printer is started back up, you need to log in. Pressing the login button, type in your username and password. Don't forget to hit submit. Okay. Because we're not going to start building yet, we don't want to go ahead and home the elevator, but we do want to power up the system. So I powered it up. Now I'm going to get the alert to home the elevator. I don't want to do that just yet. Okay? The next step is we need to fill the print tray with material. So we're going to select Advanced, Elevator Leveler, and then we're going to select Level Print Tray. Now it's going to pump material from the material cart back into the print tray. So this is going to take a few minutes. Once again, it's not necessary to stand here and watch this process. Once we have the material level, the last thing we need to do is adjust the level on the print tray. Make sure it's level side to side and front to back. So what I've done is I've homed the elevator. I've moved the elevator to the build start position, and then I've leveled the resin. So now what we're going to do is look inside here, and we're going to make sure that the platform's level. We need to level it side to side and front to back. To do this, you're going to need 4 Allen wrenches, a 2 millimeter, a 3 millimeter, a 4 millimeter, and a 5 millimeter Allen. Okay. First, we're going to adjust it side to side. 4 millimeter Allen, loosen your locking screws in the back. 3 millimeter Allen goes in a slot in the side, and you're going to adjust it. This is pushing the elevator arms to the side. So when you loosen it, it should swing to the left. You tighten it, it should swing to the right. Sometimes when you loosen it, you have to push on the mount to get it to go to the left. You level it up, you lock it down. Sometimes when you lock it down, it adjusts a little bit, so sometimes you want to slightly tighten it, do a fine tune, and then lock it down. Next, we're going to adjust it front to back. These 2 screws are not your locking screw, so you do not want to adjust those. There's a little screw inside here that's used for the adjustment. Your locking screw is the screw on the side that we haven't put in yet. Okay? So you use your 2 millimeter Allen. And you adjust it so it's level with the material front to back. When you're good with the level, you take your locking screw, screw it in the side, 5 millimeter Allen, tighten it down. You've just completed a material swap.